Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is MS Collections. In today's tutorial, we'll be learning how to make a cowl dress. Okay, so the emphasis of this tutorial is to help you learn how to achieve the cowl neckline. What I'm going to be making in at the end is going to be a cowl gown. Okay, so I've gone ahead to mark my half cut pattern. Okay, this is my half cut pattern already marked with all the allowances and the darts. Okay, and this is what I'll be using for the back piece. So when I'm cutting this pattern on my fabric, I will add the zipper allowance. Okay, then I went ahead to retrace what I marked in a paper. So I'm using a marker such that I'm just redrawing the lines so that when I'm done, the lines will appear on another piece of paper. Okay, so I need these lines to appear to enable me achieve that cowl neckline. If you do not want to go through this process, you can go ahead and remark on another paper. But I feel this method is very simple. This is a very simple method on how to achieve the cowl neckline. Okay, so just watch closely and carefully on every step I'm going to be taking, and trust me, you're not going to regret it. I have two armholes here. The first armhole is for the front piece. The second armhole is for the back piece. As you, most of you should know, the back armhole is usually larger than the front. Okay, so now can you see I'm going ahead to retrace all the lines so that I can get an exact copy of the original piece I had. So if you're new to this channel, please do all to like and subscribe to the channel, turn on your notification bell because I always drop amazing content so you don't want to be left out when I drop my new videos. So this is it. I've gone ahead to retrace the lines to in order to create my cowl neckline. Now at the armhole line, which is the chest line, I just went ahead to fold it up. Okay, I don't want to cut out this paper so that I'll be able to use it to cut out my fabric. I don't want to destroy the paper, so that's why I'm just folding up the whole paper so that I don't have it interrupting my lines when I'm marking. So the folding is just to clear and so I don't have to trim off the paper. Okay, but if you have enough paper to spare, why not? Okay, so now just watch what I'm going to do. I placed it at the same point and I'm going ahead to pin it at that armhole point so that I can do the slash and spread pattern. Even though I'm not going to slash it, but I'm going to spread it. I'm not slashing, I'm just going to spread it, okay, so that I can get my cowl effect. Now look how simple this is. So when you pin it at that top, you can open it as freely as you want. If you do not want your cleavage to be exposed, you can open anything. Do not go beyond 7 inches. Now for me, I opened just 5 inches. 5 inches was enough. I just wanted 5 inches, okay? You can open it 2 inches, 3 inches, depending on how deep you want your cowl neckline to be. But if you're going beyond 7 inches, it means your cleavage will be exposed. So I have it at the point where I want. I've spread the pattern, okay, and I've gone ahead to pin it. Then I'm going ahead to retrace my new shoulder line and my new armhole line, as you can see me do in the tutorial. Okay, so keep watching and stay tuned. Remember, this is MS Collection. Do not forget to subscribe if you have not done so. And for all my amazing viewers who keep coming back to the channel, this is me saying thank you. Okay, so for my neckline, I'm not going to have a curved neckline. Just from the shoulder position, just straighten the line to the end of the paper. Go ahead and remove the pattern and reconnect the lines. Okay, so this is the armhole. I just marked the point because I didn't want to trim off the pattern, so I went ahead to reconnect it and then we are done. Can you see how simple this is? It is very, very simple. So I'm going ahead to cut off my pattern and I'll use it to replace on my fabric and get the exact shape for my fabric. Okay, so we are done cutting out, as you can see, and that is it for the front of your um cowl neck or the cowl half cut. So I have my back piece Ready, I'll be using the first pattern to cut my back piece. The only thing, do not forget to add your zipper allowance. Okay, now can you see that? When I place them together, and by the time I want to align the shoulders, the front piece will drop to give us the cowl neckline effect. Now, when you align it, you may discover that the back is going to be a little bit longer. So it's important that you align it so that you trim off any excesses you're having at the length down, okay? Just in case you align and you discover that the lengths are unequal, especially with the front, do well to trim off every excess. So I've gone ahead to cut my pattern, and this is what it looks like. I do not want to use any lining on this fabric, so what I did was to cut an interfacing, a lining with the fabric, just to turn off the neckline. Okay, since I don't want to use any lining, if you want to use, you can use the fabric as a lining, but I just cut a small lining the same length with the shoulder line to turn it. I have my back piece with the zipper allowance. For the back piece, I'll be biasing it. Next up is my sleeve. I want to make it a balloon sleeve. I want to make it a balloon sleeve, but it's kind of like a fitted balloon sleeve because I'll be using an elastic band at the down. And then the sleeve is kind of divided because I want it to be open at the center. At the end of the video, you see what it looks like, but this is it, it's divided. So I just went ahead to confirm the length. Then I'll be folding the edges, okay, the center edges. I'll be folding it, yes, on both sides. Then I'll just tack it up, tack it down, and then insert my elastic, close up my sleeve, and it is done. At the end of the day, I'll show you what it looks like. So I have all pieces ready. I'll go ahead and turn off the neck. I'll turn the neck with my lining. That's it over there. But I cut it long enough to reach the shoulders, okay? That's the end of the shoulder. I'll go ahead and bias the back and then my sleeve. This is the flay I'll be using for the tutorial. I made it a 90-degree flame. Yeah, so I cut a 90-degree flay. If you don't know how to cut a 90-degree flay, I will be doing a tutorial on that soon. Okay, so you would learn. Just that's why you should turn on your notification bell so you get notified when I drop my videos. Okay, but it's very simple, trust me. So I made it a 90-degree flay, and that's that. I've gone ahead to join my half cut. I turned the shoulder with the help of the lining interfacing. I cut for the front. I use it to turn my shoulder, and then this is what I have. My neckline is neatly turned. My the back is neatly biased, and I have it, together. I closed up the zip allowance, and that's it. Okay, I'm just going ahead to show you, and the finishing looks really nice. The next thing I'll be doing will be to shape the dress to the measurement I want it to be. Okay, now can you see my cowl? After joining the neckline, now see the way the dress dropped, and you have your cowl neckline effect. Wow, isn't that simple? Please drop a comment if you are enjoying what you're watching. Let me know if you find this tutorial helpful, because I believe it's very easy compared to the many complicated methods that are available on the net on how to cut a cowl neckline. This is quite simple, very easy. Now, like I said, for a cowl neckline, because the front neck is longer than the back, you're going to be noticing some excesses. It's very important that you trim off these excesses so that you don't have your neckline dropping to the back. Okay, now this is very important because, like I said, the neckline for the front is more than the height of the neck for the front is more than the back. So when always ensure you align your fabric time to time together to trim off every excesses so that your back does not drop to the front. Your neckline, your shoulder neckline doesn't drop to the front. I hope you understand what I mean. This is my sleeve. Okay, so this is what I was talking about. The center is hemmed, so I'll just go ahead and tack it up, tack it down, and insert my elastic. I'll be doing that off camera. Then I'll go ahead to, shape the sleeve like I earlier said, put the elastic and shape my sleeve. When I'm done, I'll show you what it looks like. So can we see? This is what it looks like. The elastic is already in place, and you see that opening I have at the center of the sleeve. Yeah, that's the effect I was talking about. So by the time you bring it out, you see we're going to be having a center opening on the sleeve with the top and the bottom just tacked, okay, and it looks beautiful. So that's the sleeve I'll be using for this gown. And the next up is just to show you the process of, trimming the armhole. Okay, this is my half cut and I've shaped it already. So I just want to go ahead and confirm my shoulder because the shoulder is going to be excess since we added allowance in the half cut. Like when I was drafting the half cut of the pattern, I added allowance on the shoulder. So I'm going to trim off that allowance so that I have my shoulder in place to fix my sleeve. Okay, so I'm just arranging the cowl on the front piece. Okay, so that I can have it in place to get my shoulder measurement. So I've measured my shoulder, divided the allowances, and I'm just going ahead to share it on both sides, and I'm confirming my shoulder is 15 inches and that's what I have. The shoulder length is calculated already, and I'm just going ahead to mark it round. Then ensure that you have your armhole round measurements. That curve represents your armhole round measurement, okay? So whatever is your armhole round, ensure that the curve is the same size with your armhole round, and go ahead and trim the shoulder, okay? Then you repeat the same process for the other side. I'm going ahead to confirm that my curve is the size I want it to be. Then I went ahead to repeat the same process for the other side of the dress. I went ahead to trim it off, and with this, my dress is in place to fix my sleeve. Okay, so that's it for the half cut and the trimming of the armhole line. Very simple. So you can see I've brought it out and this is what we have. The dress is looking all pretty and cute. Go ahead and confirm your measurements to ensure that it's what you want. Okay, so I've confirmed my measurement and I think everything is ready. It's okay. So I'll go off camera and I'll attach the sleeve. I'll attach the flare to the dress, and then yeah, that's it. I'll show you what the gown looks like on the mannequin. And here we go. Our dress is ready, sitting pretty. Our cowl, can you see our cowl neck? It's all lovely, beautiful. It's dropping. Yes, and yes, in the video, I forgot to tell us the width of the back. It's just the back pattern that will have a neck width. Since the front pattern is going to assume a straight line, so you can use anything between 3.5, 4. Okay, but I usually don't like to get it to 5 inches for the back width. Okay, so whatever is your back width, the front neck will just assume it's just straight, so you don't have to recreate a neck depth for a neck. Yeah, that's it. You don't have to recreate a neck width or depth for the front. So basically these are dress looking good on the mannequin. I hope you learned from this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. Please, if you did, like the video, drop your comments if you have any questions or compliments, and I'll be glad to attend to them. Do not forget to turn on your notification bell because I always drop amazing content. This is MS Collection. See you in my next tutorial. Bye.